Hi, this is James Lenahan, and this is a video about one of my personal amplifiers that belong to me, that I use myself. It's a 50 watt plexi style, JTM 50 style, which means it's basically an aluminum chassis JTM 45 style amp with a couple of changes. First of all, I don't use rectifier tubes because the real ones are very expensive now. They're the most expensive tube you could probably buy. They're not that reliable. They're being misused in a guitar amp situation. They're being abused. So I don't use those. I go for the first change Marshall made, one of the first changes anyway, by using solid state diodes. It also gives it a few more watts, and I use EL34s like I'm wont to do. Also, I've got channel 1 is the trebly channel and channel 2 is the bassy channel, like a typical Marshall 50 watt, JMP or something like this. Right now, I've got the presence about halfway up, the bass on 3, the middle halfway up or so, treble on 6 or 7, and I've got the high treble or the trebly channel volume turned all the way up. And then I use a dual pot master volume that's on the back, which is as far back as any master volume can go. So it's just a stock Marshall with the best master that it could have on there. And I don't like speaker selector switches. I just have one jack that's hardwired for 16 ohms because I only ever use my old 412 70s Marshall cab that's 16 ohms. And to me, this type of amp sounds the best at 16 ohms. I do have an 8 ohm jack on there also. Anyway, let me play a couple things. This is the treble channel with as much gain as it has. Let me let the asshole neighbor on the motorcycle go by first. Okay, here we go. So you can see it does pretty good, rocks out pretty good. And like I say, that's a dual pot master volume. That the rest of the amp is just a stock plexi style front end. And it does have the bassy channel too. Apparently there's been some interest in the last few years about people wanting Marshalls like a model 1986, which is a bass rig. But the 1987 style heads with the trebly channels still had the bassy side over there, and I can show you what that sounds like. So here's the treble again. And then here's what the bassy side sounds like. So I'm the type of guy that likes the treblier one, because turned way up it cuts some of the mud out. There's a neck pickup. You can still leave this hooked up and get a short cable and run from here to here and have them both hooked up. Just like the old days. Alright, well thanks a lot, and this was just for informational purposes. This amp isn't for sale. Like I say, it's just something it's fixed up the way I like it. It's got special Tolex and you know, black plexi stuff on it, and even black piping. Well, thanks for looking. Bye.